Welcome back to Good Neighbors, and we have two representatives here on the program to talk about the Ambassador Junior Boys and Sisterettes Club here in the land of Texoma. And we've been finding out about the scholarships that have gone out and as well as returned into the community through the individuals and their success, as well as, you know, the different things they do and they learn as the children learn, as well as the adults encourage and participate with the organization. Now we're going to go back to the banquet, which is going to be once again, when is the banquet?
The banquet is Saturday, March 31st. It'll be at Luby's Banquet Hall at 6 p.m.
And the tickets are $10, or you can buy a table for $100. And there's going to be a guest speaker. Of course, you know, most banquets have a speaker. You have the food. You have people coming. But also, you're honoring some individuals in the community. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, we will be honoring the Reverend Angus Thomas and the Reverend B.J. Robinson and Mr. Larry Menifee, Dr. Horace Boston, Mrs. Rosie Darnell, and Mrs. Linda Fields.
Now, with those individuals being honored, do you look for certain things, or there may be a committee that does that, but do you look for certain things about the individuals?
Yes, we look at, Miss Josie is actually, she's the committee chairman over the banquet still, and she looks for people who have contributed to the community in such a way, and she tries to break them down in what they are. Mr. Boston for his business ethics, being a businessman in our community for so long. Mr. Menifee for his contribution to sports and working with the youth in sports. Reverend Thompson and Reverend Robinson for their contribution to the religious community here and to the community in general. Miss Linda Fields and Rosa Donnell, great educators, teachers in our society, and I think that is it.
That's it.
That's it. That's
so these individuals, what I'm seeing and hearing is that you're having individuals who have made an impact in the community come back to talk to the kids about how they can do the same thing and help their community, not just to have my name out there, but to say, you know what, I've impacted, and this is something that you can remember to come back to your community and do something. And some people sometimes look for people in the community to do something just because they're living here, but I also believe that you could be far away and still have an impact on the community that you come from.
Right, that's true.
And I see that with this organization for the young people. Now, we say young people, what is the age range?
Well, the ages for most of our kids, 6, and we ask that you join no later than 14. And the reason is because we ask for at least 4 years of service before graduation so that you can be endowed with a scholarship. Now, we do give scholarships for higher education, but if you decide, not everybody is cut out for college.
That's right.
So if you decide maybe you're not cut out for college, we also have stipends for children that go into the military or go to vocational school or maybe a 2-year junior college. But for sure, there will be some type of financial reward for service.
And that's a blessing to see that you even acknowledge that, because some parents or some educators are like, you need to go to a 4-year college, and you go in there wasting people money and time, and not as an insult or to embarrass anyone, but to realize where your gift and talent is, to be able to work that instead of, you spent all this time doing this, where you could have been doing this with your hands and doing this. And I'm glad that you all as individuals, of course, but as an organization, brings that out, because sometimes someone else has to say that for others to hear it. Now, with that being said, how are the parents involved with the organization?
The parents are very much involved. We can go to the parents, call them, email them, message them. We also have a page of our own that we get the message through the parents and Facebook and through the children, and they don't miss anything.
Yes, ma'am.
And the parents, they're really they'll help. They're very helpful. If we need something, they're gonna get it.
Yes, ma'am.
They're big ticket sellers. They help us sell our tickets. They help us we have our district meeting for the Isabel Smith District this Saturday in Fort Worth. So our parents are helping us with the transportation to get the kids down, and we have some parents. And we have a wonderful grandparents club, and they will come and chaperone and sponsor for us at times,
so it's a family and a community organization.
Because
you said grandparents club, it's like, whoa,
Yes, we have an ad hoc club. It's made up of some of our parents, ad hoc committee. I think Donna Jeffries and Michelle Lee and a few others are on that committee. Then we have
secretary of that.
You're secretary of that. And then Gwen is busy.
So
You think I'm busy? Gwen
She
is busy
all over.
And then,
but that's a blessing to see, for the kids to see that you all are busy.
Yes.
Of course, you have your families.
Yes.
You have your individual self that you have to maintain and attend to, make sure you're okay.
Right.
And I believe that is showing them that you can do it.
Right.
You know, you can do.
Yes.
You can multitask. Sometimes you have to balance it out.
Yes.
Know when to say when. But you showing them that you're involved in this as well as involving everyone else is encouraging them to know, I could do more than sit down and play video games.
Right. And and our children are very busy. We have a young man that plays varsity basketball for one of the basketball teams. They've just come off a long run, so he's very active. We had another young man in another high school that was star quarterback, so they just come off a long run. So it's hard for us to get our children together. So that's why we try to participate in those events that are already set. That way we know that we're going to do this. We're going to do the stroll and roll. We're going to do the race for the cure. We're going to do the City of Lights Festival. We're going to try to join those organizations that are trying to help our local community. So the children are busy too. So we just encourage everybody to do what you can. Yeah. And that's what I think community spirit is about. Not everybody can do everything.
That's right.
But you can do something.
That's right.
And I guess I've just never came from a place where you don't do anything. You know, I never understood just going to work and coming home. You don't go to your kids' basketball games. You don't participate in your church except a pew member. And I never understood that. There is something that everybody can do. Everybody can't do everything.
Yes.
Everybody can do something.
Yeah. And it may not be your glitch to, get out and do tickets.
Right.
But you can print the tickets. So
you can print
help,
the tickets.
get
or just help with one event.
Else
right,
done.
right.
And I love how you all are getting the children involved in various activities.
Oh, right.
And getting them to learn different aspects of life. Because, sometimes you could be, okay, we do this, we go here, and that's it. But when they get out, like they went to Arizona recently, they're able to go and see something. And one thing, thinking about Miss Josie, because that is who the scholarship banquet is named after, I remember a banquet I went to a couple of years ago, and some people had come from, I think, Kansas to attend the banquet because they were supporting a friend of theirs. And she was named the Queen Mother of the banquet. And she got up and she said she was just so happy and elated to see that these individuals came from Kansas to support this. And I'm thinking, that's not far. But like you said, you're not used to just going home and sitting down. Right. Being a military brat, I'm used to just pick it up and go.
Right.
And when she said that, but she made me think about other individuals who don't get out. Because she said, some of y'all won't get out your backyard. And I just bust out laughing because I didn't realize, and then it made me think, I was like, you know what, that is true.
That is
Some
true.
people don't get out of their backyards. And I know she meant what she said, but I understand the entire gist of what she was saying. Some people don't get out of their comfort zone, what they've been taught, and how they've been taught to see that there is more in life, and you can also be benefited from that. And we're going to come back and talk about how you can benefit the scholarship as well as the organization, participate, as well as, if you know a youth that needs to be a member of the organization, then we're going to give you that information. We'll be right back with more Good Neighbors right after this.